today. And up in the broadcast booth, it is always Joker and, of course, yours truly, the great one, Jake Joker. We are in for a very exciting matchup.
Yeah, I believe this was a playoff matchup in our first division. If both users can confirm or deny this statement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this was the Sugar Bowl when I was West Virginia.
Yeah, so this is a rematch. Big game. Um, but Shake's the new team in Missouri, and we'll see how Red Flags Matter can counter that on the road.
Yeah, exactly. Not to mention that is that as both teams are getting ready to go live from Missouri, we also have our sideline reporter and Pablo Escobar. Pablo,
What's up? Um,
uh,
we have two pretty good users here today, so I expect to see a good game.
yeah, and not to mention that is that Joker. Whenever the Sugar Bowl did happen, we've seen two exploding offenses with no defense at all. It just seemed like both offenses were making plays left and right. Do you think we'll end up seeing that here tonight?
I mean, possibly. I feel like Missouri, it's hard for them to stop a parked car, so I don't see anything to be different. They did just lose last week to Texas A&M on the road, 45-35. So we'll see
Yeah,
if
and
this will be a defensive-minded game. But I'm gonna go with the over of 50.5 points.
And of course, Boise State coming off with a win against Colorado, a 23-7 win for them. And we'll talk to Pablo. Pablo, what's going to be the biggest impact for this Missouri team as they take on a very tough team and the Boise State Broncos?
Well, I think Missouri, well, they got to get out and score right here, and they got to get a stop at some point to give them a little bit of breathing room where they know they don't have to score every single drive or score a touchdown every single drive.
We'll see how it goes as we are underway as the Missouri Tigers kick things off. Well, first 10 ball, 24-yard line. Cook hands it off to Noel, and Noel runs up to the right side. He goes to the midfield and gets stopped at the 43-yard line. Nate Noel with his first rushing attempt. 32 yards on that play, Joker.
Yeah, as you can see in the defense, Boise State has been a little bit better defensively, obviously giving up a big play there, and the Shake giving up almost 300 yards a game. So it's just going to be a battle of possibly offense versus defense. Is only a 1 yard game there, just to see how Shake can kind of get out of this idea that he just can't stop anybody and you're going to just run 30 up on him. But he might drop 30 as well.
We'll definitely see how that goes as we do see a gain of one on that play. Cook snaps the back pass, finds a man is Carroll, and Carroll's going to run over to the right side and gets a first down or more, stopped at the 28-yard line. Brady Cook is the senior quarterback for the Tigers team, and one thing I can tell you is that Missouri, even though they're coming off a loss against Texas A&M, this offense looks to be ready. Cook snaps the back pass, finds a man, throws it to, I couldn't even see who that was. That was North Fleet. If I said that right. Those were give us your thoughts on that play.
Yeah, I was going to bring up the quarterback being a senior, so that means we will see a new quarterback next year. So the recruiting program, they're going to have to show some. Oh, big two jutes, touchdown!
Breaking a man's ankles for that run. So touchdown, Tigers. Let's go ahead and get to our sideline reporter and Pablo. Pablo, what did you see on that drive that was really impressive?
Well, I seen Missouri. They were taking what the defense was giving them and then run after the catch with it. Boise didn't do a great job of tackling Missouri's running back that drive, so that's something they can improve on in the rest of this game.
There we go, as we do get a chance to see this Boise State offense coming out to the field for the first time in this game. We'll see the running back himself, Ashton Genty. Will he be able to make a big impact like the way he has over the past 2 seasons now? Genty going to run it off to the middle and get stopped. You also do want to play.
Yeah, and I was going to point out it was an RPO. I felt like if he kind of let that play kind of develop, I felt like it was one-on-one with the wide receiver on the outside. But went with the run there, loss of two. I was going to point out that Pablo, I feel like with Missouri being in the SEC, he would love to see Boise State go ahead and get a win on the road. But Genty
Yeah.
wide open. It's going to be a first down and more.
Very well
Well,
said. Yeah. Good.
a win on the road for Boise makes my resume look better because I have a win at Boise. So that has a little bit of influence, but I'm just trying to watch a good game.
There we go. Nelson hands it off to Dubar. Don't forget, Dubar can make some impactful plays himself. And that's again a 6 right there. Ball stopped at the Boise State's own 42. So we'll see if they can get up to Missouri territory. But for right now, it seems to be Dubar making some plays. As you see Nelson, they race down the ball, 2nd and 4, ball at the 42-yard line, and he's going to have fake handoff to Dubar, throws it to Bolt. Bolt's going to get a first down more, and the ball is going to be stopped at the 39-yard line. And going over that hurry-up offense, that's something that we've been paying attention to, especially from Boise State side of things. Handing off to Dubar once again, and Dubar gets a gain of 4. Alrighty. So, 2nd and 6, ball at the 35-yard line. We're seeing a little bit of mixture between plays, either on the ground or in the air. Nelson is going to fake hand it off to Dubar and throws to Lauder, and Lauder is going to get stopped just short to the line, 3rd and 3.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering.
Yeah, that was an interesting play there. It was good to kind of get out of that. But the main thing for Boise State for me is how this offense is going to be different as they get the first down and just go down there. You obviously you have the running back, but which one of these wide receivers, which one of these tight ends can be the difference maker? And I feel like both of these teams have been really successful moving the ball down the field in this first quarter. Which of those wide receivers will be the difference maker in this game?
Very well said. Nelson's going to back to pass, and it's going to be a screen to Genty. Genty's going to get the first down. Ball stopped at the 16-yard line. Clock is winding down here in the first quarter with less than 15 seconds left. As we see Nelson making a couple of adjustments. Nelson snapped it back to pass. Nelson's going to find himself a man. That is Genty. Genty's going to get a touchdown, Boise State. So we are getting ready to end the first quarter with a tied game there. Let's go ahead and get to our sideline reporter in Pablo. Pablo, what did you see from the sidelines?
Honestly, a lot of the same thing from Boise that I seen from Missouri, but I also seen Boise realize that they don't have to play at the same pace that Missouri is. Missouri first drive played really fast, moving the ball down the field really quickly, but it looked like Benton took its time down the field, ran a little bit of the clock out.
Cook hands it off to Noel. Noel stopped and lost of 2 right there, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter with their score: Boise State Broncos 7, Missouri Tigers 7. Joker, we've seen 2 exploded offenses out there. What is something that Shake needs to do in this drive?
I feel like he has to take basically all the time up in the second quarter. Obviously you want to score, even if it's 3 or not, but you definitely want to not give Boise State enough time to kind of double dip. They get the ball back at the start of the second half, so you definitely don't want them to double dip here and kind of get control of this game.
Yeah, very well said. As we've seen a throw to Noel right there, making that a 1st and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line. Cook gets a man in motion. Cook's going to fake hand play action play. Cook's going to throw it to his man, and that's going to be a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, it's just an interesting play there. I don't know if he did that just to kind of keep him in bounds instead of throwing it away and losing time, but Just an interesting play call to not like kind of throw it away, but see what the time management does here.
And Cook's going to run over to the.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
It's the Superman dive. I don't think he
That
meant
was
to do that
super.
one.
That was super. I mean, he was saying to himself, I believe I could fly right there. So now it's going to be a 3rd and 5. Ball at the 41-yard line. That was a very interesting dive right there from Cook, which I don't think he meant to. But Cook counter back pass, finds a man, and he's got it up to the midfield. That is Burden. That is a 1st down for Missouri. Alrighty, ball to midfield. Cook's going to hand it off to Noel. Noel's going to run over to the right side, and he's going to get the 1st down, and he's going to be stopped at the 38-yard line. Not a bad game for Noel. 5 rushing attempts for 59 yards. And it seems like the running game has been doing very well on their part, Joker.
Yeah. I'm just kind of surprised Shake isn't really kind of has 2 clock on in this situation.
No, just breaks the man's ankles, and now he's up at the 20-yard line. It's a good run for Noel. Between the two, you see it, the comparison, you see what's going on. I'm not too happy to see what's going on as far as the running side of things. But if I'm Shake, I just want it to be patient as I can possibly be. As Cook does hand off to Carroll this time, and Carroll's going to get a game of one right there. So we do know that it seems like Boise State has a mixture of in the air and on the ground, but for Missouri, it just seems to be just strictly on the ground here. See Cook snaps back pass, finds a man, and it's going to be the Reese Jr. And that is going to get up to the red zone.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're going to take it to the 2-minute warning, I think Shake took that advice of kind of chewing the clock. And if you're Boise State, if they get within the 5, you're kind of okay with them scoring, right? I feel like you're okay with kind of just letting them into the end zone, having all 3 of your timeouts. He's going to use a timeout there since there's no gain. Yeah, I like that call to call that timeout there, and then just see where on 2nd and goal what you can get here.
Very well said. 2nd goal, ball at the 9-yard line. Cook's going to snap the back pass, and he's going to get pressured.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Yes, no gain of yardage anywhere. That looked like a big hit for the quarterback. But if you're Boise State, you gotta come up with that. Missouri has at least 3, and if you're Missouri, like you don't. I think we're in 4th down territory just because, but we'll just see what he gets there outside.
Touchdown, Luther Burden III. I think that is his 2nd catch of the game, but also his 1st touchdown. So that's going to make this a 1-possession game here in Missouri. Let's go ahead and take it down to our sideline reporter, Pablo. Pablo, what did you see out there, buddy?
Well, I seen the dropped interception. That's a huge play. It's up to a 14-point swing. Like it cost Boise up to 7 points and gave Missouri 7 points. So, I mean, with that interception, it could be a 14-7 game with Boise about to get the ball back.
Is it going to be a pick? Oh, broken up.
And that happens.
Go ahead, Joker.
I think the wide receiver was playing more defense than offense there. Went for the shot. It looked like the corner had the speed on him to get it, but was able to just kind of break that up. If you're Missouri, do you call a timeout? Or do you think he's going to get this 1st down?
It looks like he's going to get the 1st down. With the strength that Genty has, he does manage to get himself a 1st down. So now the clock's going to stop just a little bit. A minute 29 left here in the 2nd quarter. Now we're seeing 2 teams with both passes that should have been intercepted right there. Nelson's going to get a man of motion. He's going to hand it off to Bolt, and Bolt is going to do a spin move and going to get himself a first down up at the 48-yard line. That's another player that you need to keep an eye on, is that not only can he do good as far as the passing game, but on the ground, Bolt can make an impact the way he is right now. You see Nelson going to do a option. Nelson does a little spin move. And then a gain of 9 on the play. What a run by Malachi Nelson.
Still 1 minute left at the 43-yard line. I think for you to be comfortable with a field goal, if you don't get a touchdown, you got to at least get about 20 more yards and be center of the field. So.
And he's going to hand it off to Dubar, and Dubar gets a loss of 3 on play. So now you basically have to go for it, or have to try to be able to get a chance to do something here, though, Jordan.
Interesting, Missouri didn't call a timeout there. They're kind of okay with letting this run out. You know, it's just an interesting call that we'll have to ask the head coach later in the season, and he's going to go down as a fumble!
Covered by the Tigers!
And I mean, essentially, even with the quarterback scrambling there, that was essentially going to be a punt. I mean, I don't know if he would have went for it in that situation. I don't know if the analytics would have gave him for that. But if you're Shake, you want at least 3, right? Knowing he gets the ball back, you got to be okay with getting 3. And if you can get a touchdown, you can get a touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets sacked!
Sacked! And he calls for a timeout immediately. Wow, that's going to be about 2nd and 24. Oh, my Lord.
That's huge, because that kind of takes him. I mean, yes, he has the 2 timeouts, but he kind of needs either one huge play for about 40 yards or 2 big chunk plays for about 15 each. Oh, he's going to go down again. Boise State calls the timeout now.
Wow. So, a turnover for Missouri is not going well, because now we're looking at a 3rd and 33, ball at the 21. Cook's going to hand it off to Noel. That's probably a smart play right there. So,
yeah, and I like that call, too. Just run it. You know, you don't really try. You're not going to get it realistically. 4th and 33. Just kind of let him abuse or use his timeout, and now he's going to have to. He's probably going to have. I mean, if he calls for a fair catch, I don't know. We'll see what he does.
9 seconds left. Yeah. So yeah, I was correct. 9 seconds. So there's 9 seconds left on the clock. If you're Boise, I mean, you're gonna have to do something big here, because I mean, you just had a turnover that didn't really cost you anything, but we'll see how it goes. Nelson
Gotta do everything.
he had a. Oh my Lord. Oh. So now we have 5 seconds left before the end of the half.
This is just a hope and prayer type of play. Hope someone gets open. Hope you're just definitely looking anything towards the end zone, trying to buy enough time just for them to go get down there. This play will be short.
It's gonna be incomplete, and that will do it at the end of the half. With the score, Missouri 14, Boise State 7. Let's go ahead and get to our analytics right there, especially when it comes to a sideline reporter and Dylan. Dylan, we've seen a back-and-forth game between these two teams. What is something that Boise State needs to do for this drive they get ready to have coming up?
Well, offensively, they need to. Well, they have to score here because they haven't proved to be able to stop the run at all with Missouri. Missouri's been running it down Boise's throat, so I wouldn't be confident in them getting a stop. So they need to score.
Alrighty, well, we're starting things off with a run right there to the left side and no gain on the play. So, ball at the 25-yard line. That's what Nelson can do here. 2nd and 10. He's making a couple of adjustments. This crowd is rocking here in Missouri. Nelson scrambled to the left. Nelson's going to run up to the left. He's going to get up to the midfield, and it's going to get stopped at midfield.
And I was going to point out, I feel like both teams are kind of, they're okay with the way the score is right now. Like, just based on everything that's happened in this game. If you're Shake, you got to be kind of thankful that this game is only 14-7 and not and in Boise State's favor.
And this is a way different game compared to their matchup last year in the playoffs at the Sugar Bowl, because it was like a record like what, 60 points, 70 points. We're not even near that. So this is between a very good game between two impressive defenses. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Touch pass all over it.
Loses 3 on the play. Wow. Johnny Walker Jr., the senior from Florida, making that tackle. So now it's your Boise State. You're going to have to do something here.
And I think we're in 4th down territory. I don't think we came out to get the ball after everything that's happened in the first half or the second quarter just to punt the football if we're within 5 yards.
And
I think we go for this here.
Yeah, and they are going to go for it with that hurry-up offense. 4th and 2. You're going to have to go for it if you want to be able to stay alive in this game. Nelson snapped it back to pass.
Doesn't get it off.
Turnover on downs. Wow.
I like the call for Missouri to blitz there. I believe they blitz. I like the call to blitz there, make him make a quick play, hope someone gets open. That didn't happen. Missouri gets the ball back.
Yeah, and speaking of that, Noel gets a gain of 2 right there, ball at the 45-yard line. We're seeing something out of this Missouri team. But regardless of the loss last week to Texas A&M, they're bouncing back in this game against Boise State. It seems to be very comfortable as Cook hands off to Noel. Noel runs over to the left side, gets a gain of, I think, about maybe 2 or 1 on the play. So we're seeing a little bit of the ground game thus far, but they need to be able to get 5 yards if they want to be able to survive in this game.
I think we're also in 4th down territory here. You have an opportunity to go up 2 possessions. You gotta take it.
No!
I think you stay out on the field here. I think you keep your offense out. I mean, I think with the opportunity just to go up 2 scores outweighs everything to punt the football and give him an opportunity to tie this game.
I definitely do agree. So now 4th and 5, ball at the 47-yard line. Cook is going to
he missed it. He baited him into it. This might be a pick 6.
It's going to be... Oh, he's going to rub it up. He's got a blocker. He's got a blocker. It's going to get stopped at the 10-yard line.
He had the running back rolling out to his right, and he went... there was just a good user on the linebacker there to kind of bait him to make it think like he was open. But if you're Boise State, you got to be thinking touchdown. You don't get the pick. You don't drive all the way down just to take your 3 here.
Not to mention, it did help them get some really good field position because now they're inside the 5 as Dubar is going to run it up and gets the stop at 1. So we're seeing that hurry-up offense from Boise State like we've known throughout this entire season. And
you gotta go for this. We didn't drive down this field. We didn't get a pick. Get to the 1 just to sit there and take your 3 in this situation.
The analytics say go for it, and I think that's what we're about to see from this Boise State offense. You know the pressure's coming. Here we go. Nelson hands off to Genty. Genty gets it done. Touchdown of Boise State.
Yeah, and I like that call to get aggressive there. You didn't sit there and drive all the way down this field again just to punt the football. Taking 3 meant nothing in that situation because you would have needed a touchdown either way. And if you don't convert there, then you put Missouri on the 1, having to make them make a big play. So I like the call to go for it.
Very well said. Let's go ahead and get Dylan's thoughts on what he just saw right there. Dylan, give us what you saw out there as far as was that an impact from this Boise State defense that they desperately need to make?
Yeah, that's exactly it. But also think that's just not what we should have been doing right there with Missouri. I think we should have just punted it, tried to pin them deep. The defense had been playing good. You had a 7-point lead. I mean, the worst that could happen was them go down and tie the game and then you get the ball back, and they haven't stopped you really.
And,
run the ball.
Stops. That was a stop right there from the defensive line. Great job by this Boise State defense. They not only have like I think maybe a turnover, I believe. But getting some much needed stops as Cook's gonna fake.
Quick throw. That was
Wow.
broken up
That was risky.
dangerously. We saw a crazy pick last night. If you were watching the Mississippi State Georgia game, where the Georgia defender kind of reached and kind of read the play perfectly, but 3rd and 13, needing a big play, what do you get? Right down the middle.
Oh! That was Burden with the intended target, and he does not know how to hold on to the ball. So now you got to punt it here. And yet the clock is winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Great game between both these teams. We're seeing a very defensive game as Genty gets up to the 39-yard line. Joker, the last time we seen this offense, they got the job done. They finally scored. So now what do they need to do here?
I mean, it's basically the end of the 3rd quarter, so you'll probably do 2 plays, this one and then one more. We'll see where we're at. But better field positioning than what you're used to in a punt. So I think you obviously gotta get in field goal range, but I think he'll get this one play off before the end of the 3rd quarter if they have enough time to get set.
And
he didn't.
No, so we got a tie game going to the 4th quarter. Both teams at 14 apiece. And we're seeing a lot of very impactful defense plays that we're seeing from both teams, especially on the Boise State side of things, with not only a pick, but of course basically 3 and out. So we'll see what this offense can do. Missouri, they desperately need to do something here. Nelson snapped back pass, finds Genty. Genty gets the first down, more pass midfield, stopped at the 41-yard line.
Interesting kind of time management. Obviously, we've seen users kind of try and manipulate the time and don't get it. As Genty again holds on, only gain of 2. We'll see what Orange does here, and we'll see what Shake can do on defense. Obviously, you don't want him to score, but as the clock ticks, and I mean, obviously you want to score, but just see how the time management is used on both coaches here, trying to get a score, trying to get the ball back if you're Missouri.
We'll see how that goes as Nelson gets a man in motion. That is Bolton. He's going to have a fake hand off to Bolton and hands it to Dudley. And Dudley runs up in the middle. He's going to get himself
touchdown.
Boise State. Caden Dudley with the touchdown. So the running game makes another impact the way it is. Let's go ahead and get to our sideline part. Pablo, your thoughts?
What I'm seeing right now is the momentum shifting from Missouri over to Boise. The momentum has been a complete shift, and right here, this has got to be a score from Missouri. A touchdown is what you are really trying to get. I mean, you could punt it and then get a stop and get the ball back, but I mean, you're thinking this is do or die right here.
We'll see what Shake can do here. 1st and 10, ball to the 45. Cook's on.
He had a man. He had a man running out to his left. And the user of Orange saw it, but I don't think he fully stayed with that, and I think you gotta throw that, in my opinion. Now you lost 2 yards. Now you just kind of got to get a chunk of this back. It is he throws it.
Does. Once again, that defensive line from Boise State has been incredible. Getting the pressure, getting some defensive plays that we need to see. And right now, this is a must-needed 1st down if you're Shake. 3rd and 12. Ball at the 20.
It's coming. Got it.
And is
this a touchdown? Can he get the block? And he does. 1 man to beat.
Oh,
he gets the block.
God. Touchdown, Missouri. Wow.
Blitz was coming there. Shake was able to have enough time to get his receivers open, and then just the good user on that point, getting the right blocks, making the right moves, tie up this game. And, I mean, Boise State back with the football. I think they're going to let this bounce into the end zone, and they will.
This game has gotten really, really incredible. We're seeing two explosive offenses from two phenomenal teams. I'm just amazed by what we're seeing out of both teams. Definitely been one great to call for game of the week. First and 10, ball at 25, and he's going to hand it off to Dubar right there, gain of 1 on the play.
I mean, it was an interesting call to run that. I don't know. I felt like Orange is smart enough to kind of take a chunk play with the wide receiver open on his right side, even if it was for 5 or 6 yards, with no defender right in front of him. But we'll see what he can do stepping out. I think he might gotta just throw this away. And if you're Shake, opportunity. Got him backed up, only gained 1 yard. Does he bring the heat? Usually that's kind of what teams do when it's 3rd and long. You kind of send the heat, hope they make a quick play pretty quickly, and we'll just see what kind of situation the defense gives them.
3rd and 9, ball at the 26-yard line. Nelson.
How do you implement? How do you scramble?
Rusher gets stopped at the 13 with a sack. Much needed sack for the Missouri defense. 4th and 22. As we do see the punt formation out there. Oh man. Vernon gonna run up to the middle.
Oh, that's big.
Man.
Can he get to his outside?
Past midfield. Oh my God. What a punt return by Vernon the 3rd.
That breaking that tackle is the reason why we're in this position. And if you're Shake, I mean, you want to score, but you want to take up a lot of time. And if you're Orange, you're kind of okay with him running into the end zone. 1st and goal, still a lot of time left, obviously.
Right now, I'm just amazed by this game. I mean, we've seen back and forth throughout the entire game. 1st and goal, ball at the 8-yard line for Cook. And we'll see what Cook can do here. Play clock 1 down to 5. Get the man in motion, and he does.
Oh, why did he do that?
I don't know. He's going to lose some yards.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass.
And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning here.
I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense.
Oh boy, 2nd and goal.
That's huge.
Cook ends off to Noel. Noel's going up to the right side, and he does gain 2 on the play. And a timeout being called by Boise State.
It's just an interesting play call. I believe it was a jet sweep, and he just stopped to go straight. I feel like there was more yards to gain. And now, if you're Missouri, you want to be content with 3. You've shown on defense that you can get some stops. You don't, obviously, you want a touchdown, but here he goes for a pass.
Oh my gosh! Illegal forward pass against Brady Cook. So
you're okay with that. You're okay with that being broken up. You're okay. Now you're going to just take your 3, and you got to just execute making this field goal. I doubt you kind of get risky with a fake punt or a fake field goal.
Well, now this is a 3-point game. Pablo, what does Boise State need to do here? They have only 2 timeouts remaining, and the clock is winding down for them with less than 1:46.
Well, you just got to drive down the field. You got to do your thing, as one may say. I mean, Boise State has been a good offense all season, and Missouri has been not the best defense all season. So you just got to do your thing right here and get down the field.
Genty gets a 6-yard run. Clock is winding down. Less than 1:35 here in the 4th. Nelson's gonna hand it off to fake hands off.
Pick!
Norwood just gonna get a pick 6 right there. making this a 10-point game.
Okay, that changes this a lot. Now you have to score. And, well, this game's actually a 10-point game, so a 2-possession game.
I
Wow.
think this game is over, barring something
Yeah.
crazy. And I was just going to point out the rest of the season outlook for both of these teams. Missouri plays Auburn next week. The only way, I think if Missouri lost this game, there would have significant doubt that a playoff appearance would have been made. You know, trying to play Wuchi. It's hard to beat 2 top 10 users back to back weeks with Boise State and then Auburn. So
Yeah, I definitely do agree there. And Genty gets himself a 6-yard run. Clock is winding down. Less than a minute and 15 left in the fourth. What
gotta run some
Boise
tempo.
State?
Gotta get a chunk play down the field
And
like
he
that.
gets it, but he gets stopped though. So much.
I think I would have went out of bounds there. I think I would have just taken the yards that I got. You got the first down. I mean, yes, it's only probably, 3 seconds you lost, but scrambling, and that's just not what you want to sack. Now more time being ran off the clock. You need a chunk play. You need 30 to 40 yards this possession just to kind of have a chance to even consider anything.
We'll see what they do here. Fake hands off to Dubar. And
No
he's gonna
time.
Get sacked, but no. So 3rd and 12, ball at the 41-yard line. This Missouri defense is not giving Nelson any room at all to throw this ball whatsoever. Nelson, back pass. He's going to find a man, and that's going to be caught.
Just get out of bounds. And I guess you got to be thinking onside kick if you get the... I see it. I see it. Does he see it? He does not. He gets sacked, and that's... Got to use a timeout. I think it was worth throwing that deep shot down the field with the wide receiver. One-on-one on the on the left-hand side, wide open, or not wide open, but one-on-one, kind of hoping you should make a big play.
Nelson's going to find a man. Is he going to catch it? And
Oh, he caught it! Oh, no!
He drops it.
You got to be thinking onside kick anyway, so you need a touchdown. Stadium post, you're on the road, so it's not like you can just take your 3.
No, he doesn't want the 3. He wants...
He's going to use his final timeout. You cannot take your 53-yard field goal.
He is.
I mean, this is not a hard field goal to make. Oh, I think he just... and that'll do it for sure.
That'll do it. The only thing that they've got to do is they've got to kneel it, and the game will officially be over. What a phenomenal game this was. But yet, it was the Missouri defense that helped them get the pick 6 for them to win this game. With your final score, Missouri 31, Boise State 21. Let's go ahead and talk to the winning head coach of this game, Mr. Shake and Bake. Shake, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Dude, you just had a phenomenal game. It was way different than the last game you two played, but it was back and forth. I mean, what was going through your mind whenever your defense helped you get that pick 6 to help you seal the deal to get this win?
Well, I mean, the pick 6, that was huge. I mean, to go up 2 possessions. The issue was I was still just thinking about the last time we played, and I didn't feel like a 10-point lead was even safe, considering how fast we scored on each other the last time we saw each other. And, I mean, there was just a couple plays during this game. I mean, the dropped interception he had in the second quarter was huge, and then that last throw to the end zone by me wasn't even supposed to be a throw. I was trying to double tap square to slide, and Brady Cook decided he was going to chuck it. So there was just a couple plays that definitely went in my favor this time. And I mean, I think there's a couple plays that went in his favor the last time we played. I think where it's a very even matchup, and I think every time we see each other, it's going to be a good game like this.
Very well said. So now the fact that you got the job done, you're going to be taking on a very tough user in Wuchia. What's going to be the game plan against a guy like Wuchia?
Honestly, just try and be efficient on offense. I can't be turning the ball over especially against a good user. I got away with one turnover this game with the interception. But I mean, Wuchia's beat some good players so far this season. I think career I'm 1-0 against him. I beat him in the preseason tournament we had before we even started the franchise. So I know I can beat him. It's not gonna be easy by any means, but this is a good step today.
Very well said. As we take it to always Joker. Joker, take it away.
I don't really have any questions with Missouri.
Alrighty, and Dylan?
I'm good. We can move on to Boise.
Alrighty, red flags. Are you with us, bud? Red flags?
I think he's had enough.
Alrighty, well, I guess I'll do it here. I mean, Joker, we've seen a back and forth matchup between two amazing teams, but it was Shake that got the win. Give us your final thoughts about what you saw out there, and is this game a much-needed win game against Wuchia next week?
I mean, obviously you'd love to win, but now that you've got the first win, the second will obviously boost your playoff hopes up a little bit more. But I think if you win, you can kind of guarantee Missouri into the top 12 of some sort, as long as they do what they're supposed to do against the users coming up. But I think getting the first win is more important than trying to beat Auburn. But obviously, like, if you beat Auburn, then you kind of control your own destiny and where you want to seed and potentially get a top 4 seed on a bye.
Alright, very well said. And of course, Pablo, give us your final take about what you saw out there, and what is something that the red flags needs to do for him to be able to keep his playoff hopes up and going.
Well, I've seen a football game that we weren't really expecting. We weren't expecting it to be so defensive, which it was still 31-21, so it wasn't really like a super low scoring game, but it's a lot more low scoring than last time they played. And I say the Red Flags has to win out and win the conference.
Very well said. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it here as far as the broadcast booth. Make sure you subscribe to the HPL YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any game of the week. But from all of us here in HPL, for Pablo, for Joker, I am Jake saying so long, and we'll see you guys next time.